The good day to you. Today on the show, we got How Was My Week? It was very good. We got a huge Jeopardy recap and a really funny big news with Drew. Let's start the show right now. We're gonna start the motherfucker podcast right now. Right now, I got the intro with my yellow piece of paper. Cut down, paper, yellow. I just tried to make paper and yellow rhyme. That was pretty stupid. Hello, welcome to the show, or whatever this is. The ramblings of an insane man who is desperately clawing on to some semblance of a career in the entertainment industry. Hello, welcome to an episode of This Week with Drew for May 2nd, 2019. What's going on? You guys are finishing your What's going on? Go down to the Drake. Go to Drake. Smoking, go to Drake. Thanks a lot for watching. I want to give a shout out to as always, off the top, to my Patreons, John, Joe, Isaac, and Greg. You can also become a Patreon and get a shout out in the beginning of this podcast and get your own super private podcast. Yo, I only charge like $5. It's a cold cut combo. I got one tier on Patreon. It's called the cold cut combo tier. It's $5 a month. That's how Patreon works. And I figure, if you like me, give like a $5. That's about what a cold cut combo is, 6 inches on the day that it's on sale. Hook me up with that. I'll hook you up with some content. The podcast is free. I do it every week, and then I got another one where we go super deep. So if you want to join the list, Patreon. And shout out to Com 118 in this motherfucking bitch. Just the Beverly boys. Shout out to Beverly. Shout out to Beverly boys. Bumping that new shit. Your new video was hype, actually, bro. I watched that. Was that KJ Bull, man? I'm feeling that it was KJ Bull. Yeah, check out Brothers Grimm. I'll put a link to that in the bottom as well, too, to their new video. How was my week? How was my week? Well, it was pretty good. I did my first TV taping for the CBC. I did 2 of them at the Halifax Comedy Festival. I've been talking about this on the podcast all week. I broadcasted to you live from my hotel room, and we did it, man. Banged out the set. First one went okay. They had to go up and they shoot these things called bumpers, where Mark Critch, the guy from 22 Minutes, he'll go up, and then like when you watch the show, it'll be like, you'll see it'll be like him with the audience behind him, and then it'll be like, welcome to Halifax Comedy Festival, blah 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 blah. And then and the audience, there's a guy behind, like a director, being like, pump it up, like getting the audience going for the TV. And so he does that, and he's like doing crowd work in between as they're like resetting the cameras and the lights and all that crap. And then after he does that, so he's warming them up. I had to host, so I'm hosting. I'm supposed to be going up first. But then Sean Majumder dropped by, who's a dude I've been watching on TV. Sean Majumder, bro, YTV since I was a kid, bro, and then 22. So he comes by, and he does like a 5 before I'm supposed to go on stage, which was pretty hype. Because now, like, the producer guy was like, are you nervous? And I'm like, are you worried? I'm like, no, that's sick, bro. Like, these 2 guys are just, like, really good comics, and they're just going to go up and just work that room, like, because they're like Canadian famous, especially if you're a fan of the CBC. And they're just gonna go up and like work the room, and then it was sick. So then they're like, yeah, just hit the ground running. So I kind of hit the ground running, and I was a little tight in the box, Gotta say, you guys know I'm a little bit more loosey goosey. I'd rather, but they were like, just hit the ground running. We already got these 2 guys going up, so I kind of hit the ground running. I stayed in the pocket, man, and I ran the set, and the words are funny, and the act outs are all there, so it worked. But I wasn't feeling it. Like, I wasn't having the juice. I was just playing the song. Like anybody who's an artist or a musician or like an athlete or whatever. Like if anything like that, like even a baker or like a cook. Like when you're in the zone, it's different than when you're just going through it. So I wasn't in the zone, but I was doing it, and the product is good enough that it works. So that's fine. And I'm fine with that because whatever, it's going on TV anyways, and they can chop that shit up and make it look real nice. And as long as you hold it, bro, they just hold it for camera, bro. So I held it, and then the second night we just had a bar gig, so we just ran out and just did a bar gig in Dartmouth, bud. Monty's Show Bar and Grill, which is the name of Courtney's dad. And then it was Saturday, and then that was the big day because that day I had a TV taping at 1:00, and then I had to host the nasty show for them at the casino, which the casino showroom, which is gonna be like in between Century. If you're from Edmonton, it's in between Century Casino and River Creek Casino. And if you're from like whatever Ontario, it's kind of like Niagara, whatever, 600-seat showroom, and I gotta host this show, but it's the nasty show, so I'm not nervous at all. Plus, I got an opportunity to do a bunch of casino shows for my sister who runs River Cree, and then also in Seattle Comedy Contest, we had a whole week run of big giant theater venues. So I was kind of I'd done about 10 of these shows before, so I was kind of knew what to do in a bigger crowd. You gotta kind of flex it out a little bit, hold it a little bit, be a little bit bigger, work the stage a little bit more. So I knew what to do, so I wasn't worried. And it was the nasty show, so I was allowed to swear and say "fuck you" and "fuck this," which was awesome. And then the first TV taping, they have one at 1:00 or 1:00 in the afternoon and one at 3, which is normally doesn't sound like a good time for TV, but they're so ingrained in the Halifax scene that people come for years. I talked to a guy after the show who's like, I come to the 1:00 and 3:00 taping, and I've come to every single one of these since they've been doing this. So it's like a pretty sick venue, and everyone's just drinking buckets of beers, and it's just like a little low ceiling bar. And we get up, and the guy hosting it is this guy Peter Anthony, who's from the area. So he goes up and does some mad local reference jokes that just gets him really ripping. And this one kid goes up who won some CBC contest, and he goes up before me. He does all right. And then I was like, all right, I'm not hosting, man. And this was my second set that I had run because I had to sell him 2 different 7-minute sets. So this is the second set that I had run. And this was my more favorite of the jokes. In terms of the two, I prefer this. This set is more of who I am or whatever. And then I ran it, and then I was in the zone, bro. I was like, fuck, blame it on the juice. Blame it on the juice. Yeah, do I have No, that's okay. That sounds like a pipe organ. I wish I had a fucking sick synth sound on this keyboard. Man, I don't. That just sounds like an electric piano. Oh, that's all right, kind of. Anyways, yeah, I was in the zone, and we just hit it. Woo! And we just stuck the landing, and it was a huge callback. There's a thing that you can do in stand-up, whereas if you make a punchline, essentially what you do is you use a punchline or reference an earlier punchline in your set later on in your set, and I ended on a callback, which usually gets a huge applause break, and this one got a huge one, and I was like, so I was in the zone, and it was pretty sick. And then we just got to chill in between that, and then go to the casino, and the casino was sold right out, and the security guards were such fucking pricks because I was working with some great comics: May Scaloni, Sophie Buttle, Charles Haycock, Michael Moses. That was my crew who I was kind of hanging out with the whole time because we're all kind of around the same age and just all friends and stuff. So but then Sophie forgot her ID but whatever, we're the fucking show. There's 600 people here. Fuck, man. So this security guard was being such a prick. And then it's we understand, obviously you're not allowed in the casino without your ID, but it's we have this festival, that we're doing. So we had to go around the side door. And then around the side door, this motherfucker, we didn't have our fucking badges because we thought we were just going to get escorted in or whatever. There's supposed to be these festival fucking... These badge things, right? Right here, you can kind of see that. You're supposed to just walk around with this on your fucking neck the whole time or whatever. But whatever. It's just a little fucking piece of paper. So whatever, we got hassled there. Anyways, the show was fucking sick. The security guard with ponytail, fucking fuck you. And you fucking narc twain ass motherfucker. I tried to get in, and I'm like, yeah, I don't have my badge, but I'm literally hosting the show in 10 minutes. And he's just like, well, that sounds like a you problem, not a me problem. And I was like, all right, well, I'm just going to fucking stand here until the show starts, and you look like the biggest idiot in the entire world. Fucking, oh, man, just you give a person this microscopic sphere of influence, and they just run with it. Just ridiculous, man. So anyways, I was kind of pissed me off in it, but whatever. They had like some shitty casino pizza and like all these beers and stuff in the showroom. So we just lit up the nasty show. Bang, 600 people. Pow, 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 pow. Big fucking theater. Hung out, got drunk at the after party after. They had a donair and poutine buffet at the hotel after, which was so hype. Just going ham on these donairs and poutines like on a buffet tray style. So yeah, that was pretty sick, man. And then I just chilled with Belford after. I stayed at Scott Belford's house and just cooked and did a couple bar shows in Halifax after that. There's like some like just the local Halifax scene or whatever, and just did a couple bar shows there. But it was sick, man, and just flew back. It was so sick. That was my week. It was a very good week, but I missed out. This week was kind of hard for me because I missed out on a lot of fuck. On Jeopardy all week, bro. This is the Jeopardy update. Yo, I'm trying to work on adding the bass in there. I think it should be like this. Wait. I think if I added the bass, it'd be like... Or fuck. No, like this. Something like that. Anyways, James Holzhauer cracked the mill, buddy. This train is not stopping, man. Anytime soon. He came close to getting murked. There was some old dude who really came close to murking him. He was quick on the buzzer, and then he was answering. And you see, I've talked about this before, but buddy, no one loves a nice, good game of Jeopardy more than Alex Trebek, man. This guy was into it. Whoo! He was sweating at the brow. You could see he was reading off the question. He wanted to get those answers quickly off the board too. He wanted to see who was ringing in. He was getting all stoked, and this old guy came ripping in, and then he hit the second in Double Jeopardy. He hit the second daily double. And then he put his whole stack down and nailed it. So then it was like, woo, whole stack. It was like the first game in a long time where Holzhauer didn't have a complete runaway. But then he nailed Final Jeopardy. They both nailed Final Jeopardy, and Holzhauer beat him by like a grand, bro. Like this. Oh my God, it was the closest he'd ever come to losing in a long ass time. But that's the problem, is because they filmed Jeopardy. It's not like they wait a whole day to film a new one. They're cranking these out. They'll do like 2, 3, 4 episodes in a day. So the other contestants are just waiting. Like they have a bunch of contestants. There's probably like 3, 6, 9. Yeah, there's probably like 12 to 15 fucking contestants just hanging around waiting for their turn to go on. And they're just watching this happen. They're just watching this massacre. And then they got to go up. And because they're trying to play his game, bro. Sniping the big clues, dipping across the board. They're trying to play his game, but that's not the right. You're falling into his trap, man. This guy's been doing this for 20 games in a row. You're falling into his trap, man. You're going to get fucked, bro. Holzhauer is king, bro. We're dethroning Jennings. I'm ahead of the Holzhauer honchos. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, I wish I was better at piano. A jazz organ. Oh, my goodness. Can you hear that? Oh, what's that? What, can you hear that? Today on Big News with Drew, we got scientists find cocaine in shrimps. Nice. Just another reason to get your seafood in. That's pretty funny though. Oh God, they got some cocaine in London. And 15 different Suffolk. They found this in Suffolk, eh? Oh, you see about them little shrimps in Suffolk? They're all schwacked out, man. All these little shrimps in Suffolk rivers. They're all blowed out, eh? Oh, right, proper and moly, isn't it? So apparently they did a bunch of tests and they just found cocaine in there and they don't even really know why. Obviously, someone is being irresponsible with the flushing of their little cocaine baggies. And they also found ketamine. Oh, yo, I didn't even read that part. Yo, that's pretty sick. These shrimp are just partying down there, bro. Could you? These shrimp are just getting fucked up. You eat a little shrimp ring with a little cocktail sauce. Bring that to a party. Bring that to like a nice, like a nice, some kind of like potluck or something like that, and everyone just guys like bro. We should start a snow removal business, but that starts in the summer to get ahead of the snow, man. That's the problem with all the other snow removal companies is they wait till it snows. But if we get there before the fucking snow hits, man, who do you think's gonna be first to get the contract? Just some fucking blow knowledge, bro. Ethereal blow knowledge. So yeah, these shrimp are just getting schwacked in England. I just thought that was a funny headline. Pretty quick. Scientists find cocaine in shrimps in Suffolk rivers. And this is a new one. This is just 3 hours ago from the BBC. So you know that's a legitimate news source. Okay, great. So what time is it? Okay, Courtney's got to start work in like a couple minutes. So I should probably stop yelling. I'm hooked on a feeling. I'm high on believing that you're in love with me. I don't know how to play that song. Okay, what's that? Okay, that's the end of the show. Thank you so much for listening or watching. You can email the show at thisweekwithdrew@gmail.com. You can Patreon, yeah, hit the Patreon up, bro. The podcast is on YouTube, but it's also going through my website now. I'm trying to be like a more focused through my website guy. I'm trying to be one of those guys. And yeah, I should have probably stopped talking 2 minutes ago. Who wants to zoom in? Who's gonna zoom in on me?